another important game, and it's getting down to the wire, so to speak, because everybody wants to get into the last four as we join our match referee in improving conditions.
Good afternoon, viewers. This afternoon we are here for match 24, St. Lucia Blast, T10. We have SOUFRIERE going up against CHOISEUL. The captain for CHOISEUL will be spinning the coin for the toss. Heads call. CHOISEUL win the toss.
Vince, you have a smile. What's your decision?
Yes, I'm going to bowl first.
And your reasons for that?
Well, we always have a plan going into a game, and so that's what we are going to do now.
You're fairly comfortable, but you're taking no chances today.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, as I can see, the table is a pretty tight situation, so that means we must win today to qualify. So that's why we're going to then play hard cricket and then qualify for the next round.
Any changes to your team?
Only one change, Tristan stays out, Kenny Richardson comes in.
How's Bronte doing?
Not too bad, but he's still out. Because the injury is still hurting him a bit, so he'll be out. I'm not too how long.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Shania, what's your approach now?
I mean, we were actually looking to bowl first, but it's unfortunate we have to go out there and bat. The batters basically have to back themselves and put a good runs on the board, so we could come back there in the back end and defend that total.
Any changes to your team today?
No, the team stays the same.
Talk to us about so far so good, but still you can't take any chances today.
I mean, so far so good. The boys are in good spirit this morning. I mean, I expect nothing but the best from them. This game is a must-win for us to go through. It's a very crucial game. It's like a quarterfinals, so we're out here to just play good cricket and to play with good energies to come out victorious.
We saw what happened yesterday. There was some rain interference. So far, for the moment, it looks a little clear. But are you taking that into consideration?
Definitely, we will take that into consideration. We will play our part as the fielding team to try and up the run rate and try to move the game quickly as possible to prevent any of this kind of stuff. But we have no control over the weather, but we'll try to play our part.
Good luck, all the best.
All right, thanks, cheers.
And we can take a quick look at the two teams. The SOUFRIERE Sulphur City Stars, they're playing an unchanged team today. Keitha Prosper, Julian Sylvester, Ashley Hippolyte, Extus Emmanuel, the captain Shania Mesmin, Bradley Tisson, Dalias Monrose, young Kevin Gassi, Tennessee Hippolyte, Jovan Charles, and Kervel Prosper. So the same team that they played in the last game, they are playing that team. With the CHOISEUL team, the CHOISEUL Clay Potts, Junior Henry, Jason Simon, Audie Alexander, Vince Smith is the standing captain in the absence of Bronte Best, who's injured, Valange Saint-Ange, Nick Joseph, Clem St-Rose, Canis Richardson, and Canis Richardson comes in for Tristan Nobal and Stefan Theophane, Sky Lafay, the young man Sky Lafay, and Alvinus Simon. So two good teams and in a very tight situation. And let's see how it goes for them, Reds.
And we're going to start, of course, with the SOUFRIERE, Sulphur City Stars. They probably would have wanted to bowl for us, but the luck of the toss is going to be St. Rose from the commentary box end. And that's clipped away to White Third Man. White Third Man gets down, doesn't pick it up cleanly, got the long barrier down. And a running movement, they're back for the second run. If you're interested in Man U against Leicester, when last Cliver's Jews checked, it was still 0-all. So SOUFRIERE, 2 without loss. And it's the left-handed Sylvester in strike. And St. Rose to move in. And that's an attempted pull shot, but it seemed to hit high up in the bat. He almost played it in a crouching manner. So he's rotated the strike as he goes to 3. I suppose the key to a substantial score has been mainly about the kind of start you get.
Yes, and at least one of the openers or the top 3 bat right through the innings.
So Prosper. It's his first sighter. Playing quite defensively. But he looked quite good as he shuffled across. It's almost the opening day of a first-class game, the way he played that. Maybe he got different thoughts in mind. As St. Rose goes back to his mark, we've had 3 deliveries, there's 3 without loss. Prosper waits for St. Rose. And taken on the pad, St. Rose is very quick and takes the boot onto the ball. He must have some footballing skill. He did it very well. There was an appeal, but there's still 4 on the board and a lot of action off that delivery.
Yes, a lot happening, Reds, but St. Rose in the midst of a good over. Some 4 deliveries ball and only 4 runs conceded.
So
he finished off strong.
But you gotta finish well, because you can be carted for a 6 or a 4 after the last 2 balls. But I don't have a crystal ball. Certainly can tell you Sylvester's in strike. And that's gone high in the cover. Someone can get on it. Well, almost setting him up. Because at the last minute, 2 men were together and pulled out of it. And I don't think that it affected him. He seemed to have taken the catch very easily, Henry. It's a good work by Henry. And it really cements a good over by St. Rose.
Yes, good catch taken there by Junior Henry. Reds for a minute, I thought the ball was going away and they kept running, and I'm seeing the other fielder coming within his peripheral vision, and it almost appeared that they would have just allowed the ball to drop, and last minute we saw Junior Henry just stick out his hand and held on to a well-judged catch. So and good blow struck there by the SOUFRIERE Clay Watts.
I don't know if there was any calling, but someone could have backed off much earlier.
Yeah, should have. Junior looked like he has always wanted to go for the catch. But good decision in the end by the other fielder not to have attempted to take the catch.
So good start to the bowling side. 4 for 1. And cool conditions. Difficult to judge the weather from here, but it's been a whole Melusme situation. It's coming and going. We're getting the sun, we're getting the overcast. We had a short shower earlier. St. Rose bowls, good delivery, lifting delivery. In fact, he was forced as he got across to drop the hands. And the first over completed by St. Rose was a good one. Picked up a scalp, conceding only 4 runs. And he will be extremely pleased with his work, Greg.
Yes, the sort of start the standing captains Vince Smith would have wanted. Very economical over, but most importantly, they were able to pick up a wicket.
So Sylvester, the batsman, gone. I know we're going to have, you would like me to say, the mystery of the left arm, back of the arm spinner Alexander. In fact, correction, not Alexander at all. Don't know why I had that in my mind. Sendaj turned away on the leg side. You might want me to say that he bowls mystery too, as he moves in. Orthodox and plays slightly against the spin, but he turns it away quite nicely. So 5 for 1. 5 for 1. So pace from the commentary box and spin from the other end. And that's basically been the blend.
Yes, a lot of teams have used that strategy, Reds.
And that's making a little bit of room outside the leg stump and tapping it away on the onside. picked up at mid-wicket. It went a long way, but they were settled for the single. 6 for 1 over number 2. And St. Ange from the far end. And looking to hit that and top edge. Maybe looking to hit inside out. And the top edge carrying to the short third man. So it's good to see that kind of field placing being successful. So 6 for 2, the Soufriere Sulphur Stars are rocked here. Can they recover?
Not the sort of position that they would have wanted to be in, but good, clever bowling and good field placing. I've seen the dismissal of Extus Emmanuel. Certainly did not contribute much to the scoring, just one of 3 deliveries. So the Clifford Reds are certainly marching along.
Yes. I don't think they'll enjoy looking at the scoreboard. 6 for 2 is not a very good start. So, Hippolyte now comes in to join Prosper. This is a very important game. They can't get it wrong today. Already they've gotten it a little wrong, unless there's going to be a major recovery, who it will come from. So Soufriere 6 for 2. Good decision by the winning captain. And it's going to be St. Ange to continue, had success. So Rose has picked up, St. Rose has picked up a wicket, and St. Ange has picked up a wicket. 1 for 4 and 1 for 2. St. Ange continues. And that's taken in a pad outside the leg stump. Wide call. They need every help now, Greg, they can get.
Yes, extras will certainly assist them in their quest for a good total.
And that's badly lined, down the leg side. And we have a situation where Hippolyte got his wicket and simply drove it down towards a long leg position. As it passed him, 11 for 2. 11 for 2. And weather starting to fear up once more. As I said, it's been going and coming. St. Ange from the far end. This delivery plays defensively. Not a great deal of spin there.
Get more with our Massey card. One card, many locations for your rewards. Earn points at all Massey stores and Massey card partners island-wide and watch your points grow. Visit our customer service desk at Massey stores or www.masseycard.com for more information. Enjoy the many benefits that only your Massey card can bring.
Going nowhere, just a rate of 5.5 and some 2 wickets they have lost, so they would need to consolidate. They would need a partnership of some sort from these two Reds if they are to get something respectable.
And you're surprised that St. Ange has been pulled out of the attack and they've brought in Simon? I mean, St. Ange has got 1 for 7.
St. Ange was bowling from the southern end.
Correct, sure. But a little surprised because the opening bowler did in fact pick up a wicket.
St. Rose.
St. Rose. So Simon replacing St. Rose is off the back foot, and that was the point I was making. St. Rose may be good enough to bowl the second, or they're keeping him back for later.
Guess they're keeping him back for later.
So Simon goes in and attempted to flop off the back foot, bisecting the square cover and extra cover down to the boundary for 4. So good put away. It will improve the scoring, but not by much. 15 for 2. Hippolyte and Prosper. Prosper 6, Hippolyte 4. So Simon needs to support the attack we've seen so far. Simon goes in. And that's banged down towards the third man area. That will go, pull back maybe just inside the boundary. Good bit of work. And they're back for the second run. 17 for 2. 17 for 2. 8 Prosper, almost getting a boundary there. Back-to-back boundaries. But nice bit of fielding.
Yes, putting in the slide and able to pull it back inches from the rope.
So Simon has conceded 6, will concede one more here as played out towards square leg. So one more for the total. 18 for 2. That might have some, or sometimes may have an impact on how the new players decide to play. Beaten outside the off stump. Off spinner, maybe just going straight through. He got onto the front foot and pushed at it. Hippolyte 4, Prosper 9. And in the third over, Simon goes in, and that's over the head at backward point, hitting the outside edge and almost going into the boundary. And they come back for a second run, but he was not in control at all. So after 3 overs, they are 20 for 2. Hippolyte is 6 and Prosper 9.
Yes, Ashley Hippolyte looking to turn this one on the onside, playing across the line. The ball spinning and hitting the outer edge. And standing captain Vince Smith, right, was coming in perhaps too quickly. Could not time the jump to perfection, and the ball went over his head and close enough to the boundary for 2 runs. So they almost pull off a foot dismissal in the last delivery.
Well, I can say confidently the mystery of Alexander, and you like me to describe that way because there was a time when he really spun the ball both ways, maybe not as much now. That's short and that's hit straight to cover. Should have done more with that. He had all the time in the world. Alexander really got it too short there. You got to be a lot more up. He has a fairly long run for this variety, and he bowls once more, beats him outside the off stump. Again, pulling away to hit it through the offside, but Alexander is fairly quick.
Yes, quick through the air on this occasion.
20 for 2, as Alexander comes in, and that's a bit of a switch hit, and will bring a boundary. A nice pickup. You know, you can set a feel for the orthodoxy of the batsman, but he certainly turned himself into a bit of a left-hander there as he goes up to 13. Prosper is 2 for 24.
Yes, a good bit of improvisation there by Kiefer Prosper. So the switch feed there brought him some 4 valuable runs.
Alexander is on his way, and that's hit straight towards cover off the back foot. So was successful in getting the ball away, but then ending it just too early. Prosper, he was 13 off 11, and hitting that straight towards the cover. So the third wicket gone, Greg, 24 for 3.
Yes, Prosper on this occasion just backing away towards the leg side, Reds, and the ball was spinning away from his body, so he was never in.
It's my life and I want more. More time, more power. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card. Pay direct to Lucy like my account. I have the power, yeah. Pay online to Lucy like my account. Anywhere, any day, any hour. Lights are on at home. No more standing in line. No more worrying about my bill. Now I'm all paid up. Got more time to chill, yeah, yeah. Pay my Lucy like bill isn't hard. I pay with credit or debit card.
Ball by Alexander is bowling his career to get a wicket, but now it's the captain Mesbin, hard hitting. That will be his intention Hippolyte 6, 3 for 24. And what day will be? Will it be a day where he will bat well or bowl well? He hasn't put together both skills yet for his side. Soufriere 24 for 3. That's forward once the single is not on. And it goes towards cover, who attacked it very nicely. We are a ball away from the completion of the 4th over. As Alexander bowls, Meswin looking to sweep that away, and he's given out leg before. He's given out leg before, looking to sweep. So a real setback here as Mesmin came out. Normally he plays a very aggressive innings, looking to sweep very early, and goes leg before as the replay shows. So 4 for 24. Can they recover from this? We have what? Just the Hippolyte 6. So it's been a slide.
Yes, a slide indeed there, Reds. Mesmin captain, Mesmin coming to the wicket and being a judge LBW. But Reds, I don't know if you noticed what happened after Mesmin was given out. He actually struck the stump with the bat. That is very unsportsmanlike for any player, and more so the captain of the team.
Yes, lost the control, a reflection of disappointment. Well, we have a match referee. He may take some action and write a report to the board, because you really don't want to see that kind of action taken. It may be in the heat of the battle, and when people see the replay on television, young people feel, well, I could do that too. So we've got 4 of us completed. And my question to you is, can they recover from this?
It would be difficult, Reds, but I think they should now look at a total of perhaps 80 and see if they could make a fight of it, and not be looking at perhaps the 100+ club right now.
Daj will continue, 1 for 7, and the Hippolyte will continue to take the strike. So time for a major partnership fairly quickly. It's off the back foot. Will only bring one and will not bring another. But the fieldsman attacked the ball very nicely. He came in. You remember the likes of Roger Harper coming in very quickly, attacking the ball. So 25 for 4 as the namesake Hippolyte comes in to strike, and he's beaten outside the line of the off stump. So can the Hippolytes do it? Once more, Sintaj in. Plays a diving effort there by the cover fieldsman as he plays off the back foot. And just a single, 26 for 4, 26 for 4. Clivis Jules will be your next batsman, your next presenter. Not too sure if he was a batsman or a bowler. It's off the back foot, straight towards cover. Should have been stopped. It wasn't. One more for the total. They're inching up slowly but surely, but wasting a lot of deliveries. 2 deliveries to complete the 5th over. And that's true, and that will probably go into the... Nope, picked up on the run. Good bit of effort there by the left-arm spinner. So 4.5 overs bowled, 29 and 1 is short. Well, Greg, you're already struggling, and then you have 1 short.
Like they said, added insult to injury.
So the last ball of what would be the 5th over and they really will have to score a great amount of runs off the last 5. Ball that hits the pad. Thinking it was a single, it was. Then the return went past the keeper. So 28 for 4 off 5. Can the Hippolyte combination really bell the cat and get Soufriere out of a very deep hole they've got themselves in?
Yes, Reds, Soufriere in a deep hole, really. Perhaps deep into the volcano, one could say. And they certainly need to find a way out. But it's going to be an uphill task. But they need Clippers the next 5 to really get going and see if they perhaps could even get a respectable score of 80 to do some, that the bowlers have something to bowl with.
Certainly they will need something a little more respectable as Smith comes in to Hippolyte. This one, he's bowled. Ashley Hippolyte has been bowled by Vince Smith, and it's from the frying pan into the fire for Soufriere. Sulphur City Stars, they're sliding even deeper in that same hole that we're talking about, Greg.
Yes, they continue to go deeper and deeper. Ashley Hippolyte on this occasion looking to whip this one through the mid-wicket area, play across the line, completely misses this one, and he was bowled leg stump. So the pressure of the situation seems to be getting to the Sulphur City Stars. They know that a win today would enhance their chances of making it into the knockout stage. And it looked like they are really buckling under the pressure.
They were seriously buckling under the pressure, and just 5.1 overs, and they were 28 for 5. They were losing wickets at very, very regular intervals, and that's causing some pressure, causing some real pressure on the rest of the field. And Vince Smith been bowling Ashley Hippolyte off his first delivery, first ball of the 6th over. And with the departure of Ashley Hippolyte, Bradley Tissot comes in, and this delivery is pitched up, and he's driving out towards a long off, and he gets 1, taking the score to 29. And it's all going wrong here for the Soufriere Sulphur City Stars. They're running short, they're losing wickets. It's all happening, it's going wrong for them here, Greg.
Yes, from the very first over.
It's Vince Smith into the pads of Tennessee Hippolyte and driving towards mid-wicket just outside of the 30-yard circle and getting 1, moving by 1 to 30. The score, Tennessee Hippolyte goes to 3. And the partnership is on 2. They've lost wickets. They really haven't built any major partnership in this innings. Smith comes in to Tissot. Tissot is looking to drive, and they get wraps on the pad, and there's a loud appeal coming from Vince. He's not supported by his wicketkeeper, Simon. The umpire is not interested either. The score remains on 30 for 5, and Tissot is hitting back towards the bowler. It might have been a chance based on the reaction of the bowler Smith. And this one goes past the bowler out towards long on, and 1 more to the total, 1 to Tissot. The score moves on by 1 to 31 for 5.
Yes, Vince Smith may just have had a half chance there.
Smith again into Hippolyte on the pads again. Hippolyte drives it towards the mid-wicket, and Audie Alexander comes off the boundary very quickly, restricting them to just 1 run. The over comes to a close, a very tight over.
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less you pay. Yep, get more and pay less. Guys, you can't go wrong on this one. Bundle today.
7, the current run rate.
Alvina Simon will continue from the media center end, and a big heave from Tennessee Hippolyte, not making any contact, and Jason Simon had the bails whipped off in a flash, and a loud appeal to the square leg umpire, who was not interested. And a good ball from Simon, first up to Tennessee Hippolyte. Jason Simon whipping the bails off in a flash, but Tennessee was well grounded. And it's Simon to Hippolyte outside of stump, and he plays that off the back foot out into the cover region. They come through for one. The second one is on the touch of a run out. And diving Bradley Tisson made his ground. The good running, and his Tennessee Hippolyte is rubbing the hamstring, might have overstretched it a bit. 2 more to the total. A good aggressive running from SOUFRIERE. Maybe that's what the doctor ordered for them on this occasion, Greg.
Yes, every run counts, and they need.
This time Simon into Hippolyte. It's in the air, but it will land inside the circle. Long off. Nick could not come in to get it. He was too far out there. Tennessee did not time it well on this occasion, and a single resulting 35 for 5. Hippolyte has moved to 7. Tisson is on 2. Alvina Simon 1.3 overs, and he's gone for 12. He will be bowling to Tisson. Simon to Tisson, and this one is short. Tisson, big heave out towards mid-wicket. They come through for one. They can't. The Tennessee Hippolyte is not interested in the second. He keeps holding on to that muscle. It seems that he has done some damage to himself, Greg.
Yes, he keeps stretching the hamstring. It's never an easy feeling if you have a tight hamstring to be sprinting between wickets.
He seems to be struggling as Simon bowls to him. This time he gets a bat on it out towards the square leg. A good bit of feeling on the boundary. They come through for one, and that's all there will be. Tennessee Hippolyte with that hamstring niggle. Now he's gone down on his knee. It's really troubling him and hampering him really, as Simon bowls the fifth delivery. The score is 37 for 5. Hippolyte is on 8. Tisson heave over wide long on. This time given the whiff, and capitalizing on it is Bradley Tisson, and takes them into the 40s. 43 for 5. Tisson has moved to 9 from 5 balls. Hippolyte is on 8, a partnership of 15. A good finish to the over for the SOUFRIERE Sulphur City Stars, Greg.
Yes, good hit there by Tisson on this occasion. Simon just tossing this one very slow outside the off stump, almost as if you're looking to buy a wicket. And Bradley Tisson getting this one off the middle of the bat and sail all the way into the Castro stand. Huge hit there, and 6 valuable runs for his team.
It can all change in 1 over, Greg Wilson. It can all change in 1 over. 1 good over for the batting team, and it's changed. 1 good over for the bowling side, and it's all changed. So in this fast-paced game, 1 over makes a huge difference. And here's Odi Alexander to see if he can make a difference with this over. He bowls to Hippolyte. It's out towards mid-wicket, and dropping, not well judged there, and they come through for 1, and that's all they will be. Not well judged. The wind must have held that ball up. The fielder not coming in, and the ball not getting himself into the dropping zone and dropping that one.
Yeah, Vince Smith, the culprit on this occasion, thought they came off the boundary pretty slow.
Alexander into Tisson down the leg side, and this one will be signaled a wide, and the score moves on by 1. It's 45 for 5. Tisson is on 9. Hippolyte is on 9. Alexander will look to bowl a better delivery, and now he moves into Tisson, and Tisson gets one that he plays, comes off the edge, inside edge, out towards the short fine leg, and they come through for 1. The score moves on to 46. Tisson looking to hit the ball a touch too hard on this occasion.
Yes, just losing his shape in the process and getting one off the inside edge of the bat. But Ashley seems to be in serious discomfort out there.
It's Hippolyte now hitting this one out towards long on, and he's just really hobbling now. This hamstring is really troubling him. You see him holding on to it. It's very tight, and the score moves to 47. Tennessee is on 10. Tennessee Hippolyte. Tissot on strike now, and Tissot going for the big heave, and Jason Simon asking the question of the squelling umpire, as he felt that Bradley Tissot was out of his ground, but the umpire is not interested. Umpire John Mathre. And Alexander walks back to his mark. Hippolyte continues to struggle at the non-striker's end as Alexander bowls to Tissot. Tissot is getting a delivery that is back of a length and hitting out towards long one. They come through for a very slow, it's a long single, long single as the Hippolyte is brought back on strike. Tennessee Hippolyte, he's batting on 10. 48 for 5. Alexander, final delivery of his over if it's the legal one, and Hippolyte is bold. He's looking for a big heave, and one can say that Hippolyte is put out of his misery.
Yes, just about to say that Cliver's good delivery there by Audie Alexander. Hippolyte looking to hit this one over the mid-wicket area, and completely missing this one and was bowled off stump. So, as you did say, Hippolyte was put out of his misery.
He was struggling with that hamstring. You could see him holding onto the hamstring, and he was really just going for the big heave. He was throwing all caution to the wind and being comprehensively beaten and bowled by Audie Alexander.
Have you ever wondered how money can work for you? At Fix, we offer several investment options that can do just that. One option is the fixed deposit, which is a short-term investment where funds are deposited for a minimum of 1 year at an attractive rate, better than anywhere else. The fixed deposit is unique and tailored for both individuals and institutional investors, and gives you the option to reinvest for another period after maturity. For more information, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740, or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and upright.
And the 9th over is starting. It's St. Rose to bowl the 9th, and he bowls into Tissot, and he's hitting Tissot. This one must have hurt Tissot. He's looking for a big heave out towards mid-wicket, and he's hit. And wicketkeeper Jason Simon comes up to him to ask him if he's okay. Tissot is feeling this one. That one might have hurt.
Certainly it would have. Looking for mighty big heave, and really been crumped for room and struck on that occasion. So good bowling there for Clem St. Rose. Continues to keep things tight.
Clem St. Rose is on target, 1.1, 1 wicket for 4, and he bowls to Tissot again outside of some, and this one is picking up the glove. It's in the air, and St. Rose is spinning nonchalantly. St. Rose is going. He was really complacent. He was really showboating on this occasion, and he spills a very simple chance from Bradley Tissot. He really would have bumped Bradley Tissot out.
Yes, that should have been an easy cotton bowl, but as you did indicate, he was just there showboating, moving across, and last minute it was out of his grasp. So poor cricket on the part of the young man.
Very poor cricket on Central's part, but he bowls this time, given the charge, and out towards the boundary. The diving Alexander makes a fantastic save on the boundary. He definitely would have saved some 3 runs there, as Dahlia Simon Rose gave Clem St. Rose the charge and played it out towards the point region. Audie Alexander, fantastic stop there.
Yes, fantastic bit of field in the outfield by Audie Alexander, really giving it 100% the effort in the field.
51 for 6, a really slow 50 for SOUFRIERE for City Stars, and Clem St. Rose this time is high in the air. Short footman sits on it comfortably and takes it, and they lose that wicket. That's seventh goes down. This time the catch is completed. Clem St. Rose gets his man, and Monroe's stay at the wicket is a very short one.
Yes, completely foxed there by Clem St. Rose. A change of delivery. You could see the slower ball and really rolling the fingers over this one, and he was into the shot way too early and just keeping the man at the backward square shot, fine leg area. Relatively easy catch. So the SOUFRIERE Sulphur City Stars woes continue.
Certainly they're sliding deeper with every passing delivery, every ball, every wicket that goes down takes them a little deeper in the hole. But can they find an answer in Bradley T10? He's on strike now. And his partner, the incoming batsman, Dig Bounce Fist, as they look to take SOUFRIERE out of the hole. 51 for 7.
Yes, SOUFRIERE.
51, and it's a Charles.
Jovan Charles.
Jovan Charles who comes in to replace the outgoing batsman, and it's St. Rose to T10. This one is high in the air, and Simon completes the catch. They were trying to decide who should take it. They had a conference before. That one was so high in the air. The free fielders, Vince, the captain, the bowler, Clem St. Rose, and Jason Simon had a conference to decide who should take it. And in the end, it was Jason Simon who had the glove, and he rightfully should be the one to take it. And Clem St. Rose is really bringing the heat here to the Sulphur City Stars.
Yes, St. Rose again, another change of delivery there. And confusion in the middle as to whether it was St. Rose or Jason Simon, but Simon last minute decided that.
I have always lived along the coast of Labrie, and I could vividly recall as a little girl seeing the turtles making their way to the ocean. But my mother always reminded me that we need to protect our turtles. And as a teacher today, I try as much as possible to educate my students about the importance of protecting our natural resources, most especially our turtles. That's my library.
Three wickets. St. Rose is on target today.
Yes, both St. Rose and Audie Alexander have picked up some free wickets in this inning, and St. Rose possibly had a chance of picking up 4.
3 miserly wickets. St. Rose moves in. Final delivery of his spell into Charles, and Charles is working this one out towards a short fine leg, and it comes through for the single. The score moves on by 1. It is the end of the 9th over. SOUFRIERE Sulphur City Stars been asked to bat first by Vince Smith, the captain of the CHOISEUL Clay Pots. They are 52 for 8. Not a good position at all, Greg Wilson.
Not a position that they would have ever envisaged in such a crucial match. But the Clay Pots certainly have had the disciplined bowling. Clippers in the 9 overs that they have bowled, it's only in the 7th over the Sulphur City Stars were able to get a score of double figures. That was 11 runs. So they certainly have kept the chokehold on the Sulphur City Stars batters.
And it's Vince Smith to bowl the final over. And this one is wrapped on the pads. The umpire is not interested. And they come through for a leg by, again, Charles been wrapped on the pads there. And Vince Smith, big appeal. They all go up. The umpire is not interested. And they come through for a leg by 53 for 8.
With Vince Smith bowling around the wicket to the right hand, that batsman, it would be difficult for him to get that LBW decision that he's looking for.
Very challenging as well. And it's Smith again round the wicket to the left-handed Kevin Gassi. Kevin Gassi is not quite ready. Off a very short run, Vince Smith, very economical in his approach, and Gassi is driving out towards long on, and he gets 1. They think about the second, It's not on as the return comes in, and they restricted to just 1. 54 for 8. Gassi is moved to 1 now. Charles is on 1 also. A partnership is 3, and if the current run rate is a 5.79. They're going nowhere. Vince into, oh my goodness. Jovan Charles has walked down the ground. Vince into him. And Jason Simon in a flash. Really fast hands from Jason Simon. You've been a wicketkeeper yourself, Greg. He was a good bit of stumping from Jason Simon.
Good glove work there by Jason Simon. Vince Smith coming wrong. And he just run past this one. And as he did indicate in a flash, the Bills were taken off. So the Sulphur City Stars aren't going anywhere, and they are on the verge of being bowled out.
54 for 9. I think it will be the first time in this year's tournament we will have a team bowl out if they get bowled out from the free deliveries to come. Last 3 deliveries, and Soufriere Sulphur City Stars not in a good position at all. Not in a good position at all. And it's Prosper, is it? Prosper. Kevin Prosper will join Kevin Gassi. 54 for 9. Extras 3. Very tight stuff from Soufriere Smith. Round the wicket to Prosper. Prosper is playing this one out towards the square leg, just a backward square. And the fielder comes around. They come through for a leg bite. This one is off the pads. And 55 for 9. Really low total. Soufriere Sulphur City Stars have been asked to bat by Vince Smith, and they've been restricted to a very, very low score. They've been put under pressure from ball 1, and pressure remained as Smith bowls to Gassi, and Gassi is looking to play the big heave out towards mid-wicket and not making any contact. Jason Simon just whipping the Bills off, but no chance of a stumping on this occasion.
Well, it was pretty much an afterthought by Jason Simon.
As Vince Smith bowls the final delivery of the innings, and Gassi drives. It's a no ball, and this one is out towards long on, and they come through for 1. And Vince Smith transgressing that line on this occasion and bringing the score up by 2 to 57. Gassi gets a single in the process and a no ball. Cardinal seen on Vince Smith's part on this occasion.
Yes, but it certainly will not cost his team that much, I would want to believe.
And Prosper is brought on strike, and he hits this one out towards long on. He's going for the second. There certainly will be a run out. No, they complete the 2, and there's a chance for the 3rd, and they complete the 3 runs. And good running there, good finish there from Prosper and Gassi. 60 for 9.
Yes, 60 for 9. Not the sort of scores that you would want in what one would say a potential quarter-final stage. Just 6 runs and over, the sort of rate that you wouldn't want at that stage of the competition. And one were to look back at the last 2 games the CHOISEUL Clipboards they've had some convincing batting performances, and you would want to bring it that this score really would not challenge them, and that this would be a stroll in the park, really.
60 for 9 is with the form of the CHOISEUL Clipboard batsmen. It's really, based on what we've seen, should be inadequate. But you know, it's on the day and what happens on the field. But CHOISEUL Clipboards, they done well for their part, restricting the Soufriere Sulphur City Stars to just 60 for 9. And if we just quickly look back at the overs, the first over going for 4, Soufriere only able to get double figures in 1 over.
Yes, that was the 7th over.
Just the 7th over, they scored 11. It was not even a big over, really. They got 11, but it was like a telephone number for them. 4, 7, 9, 4, 4, 4, 11, 5, 4, 8. So really, they were going nowhere, and more than not going anywhere, they were losing wickets at very regular intervals.
Yes, poor batting display there by the Soufriere Sulphur City Stars, but one have to credit the CHOISEUL Claypot bowlers, the spinners in particular, with the exception of Alvinus, who really went for 20. The other bowlers were very economical.
So Mesbin is on his way. The big challenge is on. Can they take wickets? First delivery takes the outside edge as Henry is forward, and just a dot ball recorded. So they need 61, not a total that should trouble anyone. Slip standing back, and good delivery. Henry had to dig it out, and that's the kind of effort you will expect to a team that is really in a very deep hole on the edge of a cliff.
Yes, they need to be bowling tight line and length. If can't pick up wickets, then you do not want to be giving away easy runs.
Mesbin comes up, and that's hiked away out to mid wicket. They take one, they're coming back for the second. Thought for a moment the ball might have just come back a little faster. You really don't want to create a run-out situation unnecessary when you're only chasing 62. This competition will finish on Friday, and the Dream 11 also sponsoring the St. Vincent T10 blast, and that's blasted away into the stand outside the leg stump. Started well, but not finishing well. So 8 on the board, 8 on the board, and we expect some coverage tomorrow on Sportsmax. Well, maybe not tomorrow, maybe the semi-finals. I can't quite say when, but they did indicate they'll be probably looking at taking the semi-finals and finals. But the St. Vincent T10 blast will be covered by Sportsmax, and that's hit down the ground. This is going to finish very quickly from all indications. That was pitched up and hit high over the head of the bowler. Already 14 runs conceded, and the body language, you know, of Soufriere tells it all.
Yes, it looks like a team that has been defeated, Reds. Shoulders drooping.
They're just waiting for the count. So it's 14 without loss. Henry is 14. Alexander hasn't had a chance to take guard yet. Where that's gone? That's gone past the keeper, down to the boundary. It's finishing very, very fast here at the Darren Sammy. 18 on the board. 19 on the board. Leg by signal. It wasn't maybe as wide as I thought. So 18 on the board, and the first over completed. And if you wanted a horrible over, a disaster of an over, well, they certainly presented one.
Captain Mesmin certainly not leading by example at all. This is not what you would want trying to defend a meager total of just 61.
We're going to have some spin, as Emmanuel will come in from the pavilion end. Alexander yet to face, therefore he's still to put runs to his name on the board. Henry has gone very quickly for 14 plus 4 leg byes, that's 18 in all off the first over, only needing to get 60. Like Jules was saying, maybe he wouldn't come on in the 6th over. You just have to wait and see how this will pan out. But 18 off 1 certainly indicates it might not get into the 6th over. This will not, in fact, stop Alexander from adding to the 18, as that's short, very, very short by Emmanuel, and Alexander quickly into position and hitting it down the backward square. He is 4, it's none for 22, and there's no stopping of the run flow.
Yes, not only was this delivery short, but also going down the leg side, so it really becomes a free hit for Alexander.
Well, he doesn't need it because he can create boundaries off good deliveries. That's short again. This time he doesn't get it all that square. When he gets a single, he might have felt, well, I've really missed an opportunity to pick up another boundary. He's 5, Henry is 14, and in the 2nd over is 23 without loss. Emmanuel needs to get the length right. He's going to bowl to the right-hander. So both batsmen attacking. Not one is defensive and one is all out attacking. Short, pushed out towards a unguarded mid-on. They take one. They do look for the second. They can walk it because the bowler, in his haste, looking back, taking his eyes off the ball, then didn't pick up Quinley. He ended up at a fairly deep mid-wicket, and they came back for the second run. So it's all going wrong for Soufriere. When things go wrong, they really go wrong. That delivery, big, huge wipe by Henry. No need for that, for that kind of offer. Both of these got a chance of being not out.
Yes, it's a small score enough to that they are chasing, but Reds, I guess they want to make a statement and try to finish it off in convincing fashion.
Well, don't lose your wicket when you got 16, when you can be not out on 30 odd. That's a more clipping shot. Clips it away on the front foot, out towards square cover. A rare dot ball. 25 without loss. Last of the 2nd over. Ball now. And he is hitting that hard towards cover. Good stop. Banner cover. 2 overs gone.
Hi, I'm Tedison John of the Tedison John Project. Even when we're not rehearsing, we stay connected. Flow makes it easy with Flow bundle plans. My mobile phone, internet broadband to download and send files, my home office fixed line. All the services I need in one place. And guess what? The more services you use, the less you pay. Yep, get more and pay less. Guys, you can't go wrong on this one. Bundle today.
A major sensation if they make a match of it after making 60 for 9. And CHOISEUL Corpus got 25 without loss. So Henry 16, Alexander 5, and Charles to come in and see if he can bring any success to Soufriere. Charles walking for us and now begins to trot in. Alexander, the left-hander, takes that away. There'll be just one. So it's not Alexander who is producing the fireworks, it's Henry so far. Henry 16, he's back on strike. Alexander on 6. And the scoring rate is at 12 already. Got mid-wicket going out, long on, right back on the rope. And Charles to move into bowl to Henry. There's no slip. Trying to defend a bit here. And good delivery. Right up on the crease area. Had to come and dig it out. Charles should say, I'm not going to give away any free runs here. You'll have to come after me. And he certainly produced a very good delivery. None for 26, Henry 16. And Charles, he has a couple of steps in before he goes into the run. And that's miscued. Looking to pull that, and I think it made a little more height than he expected. And he hit fairly high up on the splice almost. So 17 to Henry, and the normally aggressive Alexander is on 6. Is in strike, Greg.
Yes, Alexander have not faced too many deliveries, Reds. Just 3 deliveries so far.
Well, let's see what opportunity Charles will give him. Charles has conceded just 2 runs in this over of 3 deliveries. Charles, Alexander struck in the pad. There is a half stifle appeal, but no real quick keeper and bowler going up. So recorded a dot ball, none for 27. I just see momentarily that the run rate has just slowed totally, but it's a new over, so you get that impression. Alexander waits as Charles creeps in. A nice slow approach, and the wide signal is going down the leg side. Alexander could have clipped that away, but a quicker delivery taken by the keeper standing up, which is probably good. Good thinking there by the keeper. It will just make the batsmen be careful how they advance. 28 without loss. Alexander still on 6. And Charles to this delivery gets a delivery which he stares down to him as when at the 3rd man area, rotates to strike. Well, he's done the right thing. If he can't get the ball away, take a single, give it back to his partner Henry, as he moves to 7. And the total none for 29. It's been a good over so far by Charles.
Yes, good over. Right? It's not been struck for a boundary.
So Charles is a strike. No good for 17. Hit the ball quite hard. And trying to drive past the bowler. This might hit the right hand of the bowler and still coming into the rope. Below us, 33 without loss. Henry moves nicely to 21, and certainly as the over is completed, that was hit with fair power.
Yes, fair power, Reds. Actually, Henry came down hard on this one, hit it into the pitch first, but yet still was able to race past the bowler down to the boundary for 4. Just when I said it was a good over, he had not considered a boundary. The final delivery was struck for 1.
It's called goat mouth.
So some 8 runs coming off the over, 43. So they have already gone past the halfway stage in just 3 overs.
Is there any equivalent in Patwa if you say I put goat mouth in the man and got him out or got hit?
Yes, right.
It's something you can say on the air?
I'm going to think of the word I'll get. Yeah, yes, it's something I think you could say, but I'll try to get the exact word for you.
Right, and just trying to extract your knowledge of
You just got me off guard for a moment.
No, it's something we didn't plan. I just threw that at you. Alexander is 7, 21 to Henry. Alexander is right forward. There's an appeal is struck on the front pad, but Alexander showing the bat. That wouldn't impress too many umpires. It's none for 33. Alexander a bit slower than usual. Plays off the back footer. Lovely square cut off the back foot, but all that goes all the way out towards the man under a rope that attacks the ball. Just a single. So Alexander having a fairly quiet afternoon. It's really turned out to be very pleasant. And the rain seemed to be behaving himself like the volcano in St. Vincent. It hasn't been active for the last week. In fact, as we told you, there's cricket there on Saturday at Arnesville, a T10 game short. Henry doesn't time it well as he hits it off the back foot or attempts to hit, picked up by the bowler. Yeah, 3.2 overs bowl, chasing 6-1, then none for 34. And Henry is in and well caught, brilliantly caught. This is the best thing he has done in this game. He's had a pretty horrible game with the bat and ball and really plucked that out when it seemed to be racing away and didn't get anywhere near the boundary because probably the smartest, one of the smartest catchers in the competition. So Henry goes. Caught by Mesmin of the bowling of the bowling of Montrose, and well caught.
Yes, Mesmin really in full stride, Reds, and just taking off. It's almost as if he was going to do a basketball layup or something, and really just pluck this one out of the sky, and brilliant catch indeed. As I said, they field with the bat and struggle the first over with the ball, but a brilliant piece of catching there, a bit of catching there by Captain Shannon Mesmin.
So finally, success, 34 for 1, but maybe all too late. They needed to pick up that scalp in the first over. It's Vince Smith who's did some bowling. An acting captain. Now comes out the left-hander. You have two left-handers. This delivery is hiked away out towards a wide mid-wicket, and they just take the single. So Monroe's back to his mark. He'll be very happy. And he's going to bowl to Alexander, who probably needs to take over the run getting. He's one. He's 8. Smith is 1. And that just pushed out in the offside as the 4th over is completed.
Today, I would like to introduce you to the fixed special deposit. What's so special about this deposit? It is all about you, the customer. The interest rates and maturity periods are negotiable. That's how special this is. The special deposit instrument was designed to meet the needs of those who cannot be accommodated within the existing investment options. For more information on our special deposit and other investments, call Fix today at 458-8700 or 458-8740 or email Fix at info@fixlimited.com. Fix, firm and upright.
Or they're not behind the 8 ball, so to speak, so they could afford to just soak up an over or 2 before they continue the assault on the bowling.
So the Alexander and Smith together, and it's going to be Charles to continue. Just a bit of plastic with the wind is holding up the play maybe for a while. And Charles with that unusual walking force, not chipping, as he comes in to that delivery down the leg side. The keeper standing up didn't have a chance of taking it. And the wide now signal. 37 for 1. Alexander, who is on 8 of 8 deliveries. Normally he's in the 30s of the deliveries. Charles, with the keeper standing up, as we said, comes up to Alexander. Alexander drives that high over the head of the bowler. Good effort. Through his left arm up, hoping maybe he can just knock it up and catch it off the rebound. But picked up below us to our left by the long on Fiesman. So getting to 9 with merely singles. So Smith is 1, Alexander 9. And taking their time now about reaching the 61. 1 for 38. This is this 5th over in. And that bowls him. Well, playing across the line. Alexander Justin to be out of sorts. Totally out.
Smith was.
Yeah. Smith mistook the left-hander. Smith bowled, and a good scalp there by Monrose. And again, making a major effort, the bowler.
Yes, just slowing this one up a bit. The sort of off-cutter, and Smith playing across the line and was comprehensively bowled just for one of 2 deliveries. So the CHOISEUL Clayports are making heavy weather of what we thought would have been a relatively easy victory for them.
Oh, they would wish they had made at least 80.
Yes, I did indicate to Clivers with the early fall of wickets when the Sulphur City Stars were batting, that a score of 80 would have been a competitive total.
Well, Alexander is still there on 9. And Simon now comes out, the right-hander. Alexander must realize that he needs to try and put back the ball. He's really been having a difficult time. Charles, 1.2 overs, 1 for 11 at this stage. Goes to the right-hander who plays it back towards the bowler. Pitched up, again keeping the ball well up to the batsman, Greg.
Yes, the short deliveries have been dispatched, but those well-up reds, they have not really scored of them today, so they probably would be best advised to keep pitching the ball up.
So Simon waits as Charles moves in and just played out a very short mid-wicket. Good captaincy. He got that man just on the edge of the square. So a dot ball, which is welcomed by Charles, as the ball just gets away from him on the return. And he walks back to his mark and then continue to walk in and gets into his stride. Delivery which is well forward, showing the face of the bat. And Simon comes forward. 9 Alexander of 9 balls. Simon, no score. 38 for 2. Last delivery of the 5th over. Nice wind still with us, which is probably good, keeping the rain away. And there's a solitary slip and the keeper standing up to Charles, who bowls this delivery. Turned out in the onside, Alexander will not have the strike. So Simon is 1, Alexander is 9. We've had 5 overs completed. They need to get to 61. They are 39 for 2. It's going to be Greg, and then it'll be Cliver's choose.
The CHOISEUL Clayports, after 18 of the first over, we thought that they were just going to counter to a relatively easy victory, but the Sulphur City boys have other ideas in mind, and they are certainly keeping things tight. They have not picked up too many wickets, just 2 in the process, but at the halfway stage, some 49 for 2. They would certainly need to be continue to picking up some easy scalp, and at the same time continue to be bowling economical if we are to see a tight finish, Clivers.
Yep, Greg Wilson, they have really pulled it back after a pretty ordinary batting performance and a very poor first over. They've come back with a single digits. It scored in every single over after the first over, which the 18 was taken off them. And we started the 6th over, and it's Dalius Monrose to continue. This one is shorter and played back down to the bowler, Jason Simon, looking to open up himself and play into the offside, but getting the bottom edge on this occasion back to Monrose. And Monrose right arm over the wicket to the right-handed Simon, who is on 1. The total is 39 for 2, extras 7, and the partnership is just 1. Jason Simon just coming in when Vince was dismissed. Short on this, Jason Simon dabs this one down to third man, and they come through for a quick single. 1 to the total, 40 comes up. Just a 21 required for victory, 21 required for victory of some 27 balls. Monroe's bowling a very good spell, very tight. He's bowled 1.3, 1 for 3. So good figures for Monroe's. But Alexander, he's been there from the start. He's faced 9 balls. He's on 9 runs. Dallas Monroe's comes round the wicket to Alexander, and Alexander is getting a short delivery outside off. He plays it straight to extra cover, and there's no run, just another dot ball. So CHOISEUL, Soufriere Sulphur City Stars keeping it very quiet. Monroe's is in the middle of a very good spell again to Alexander, this time short outside off. And there's an appeal for a caught behind, but the umpire is not interested. Ashley was running in to join Tennessee in that appeal. The two Hippolyte boys got it wrong, according to the umpire on this occasion. But Dallas Monroe's, yet another dot delivery. He's bowling some magic ones already. Alexander is getting this one off the edge, out towards the boundary, down towards the fine leg. It's really rolling there. It's not going to get there. They come through for 3. A good bit of running there, aggressive running from Jason Simon, and he is really taken 3 where there were really it could have been 2.
Yes, good aggressive running and good bowling, tight bowling by Monroe's. Certainly not giving Ollie Alexander any room to really free his arms, any freebies. He was fortunate enough to get an inside edge, and in the process was able to get 3 valuable runs.
Monroe's into Simon, and Simon is pushing this one out towards long off. Mesmin comes off the boundary, and they get 1. Monroe's finishes his spell. Excellent bowling from Dalius Monroe's. 2 overs, 1 for 7.
2 things I love is music and fatwa. And the 2
bowl that last 24. Can they restrict the CHOISEUL clay pots to less than 17 in that last 24? It will be Extus Emmanuel from the media center end here, and he moves in bowl to Simon, and Simon is picking him up out towards mid-wicket. It's in the air, but it's gone over him, and it's 6 runs to Jason Simon, and he is now putting his foot down on the pedal and trying to break the shackles a bit from the Soufriere Sulphur City Stars.
Yes, this over is going to be a crucial over, with more so Jason hitting with the wind.
And Extus Emmanuel into Simon. This time Simon just pushes it out towards short mid-wicket. Mesmin is there, doesn't pick up.
6 is 187.
187 sixes I've been told been hit. Just 100, that's a lot of sixes in a short tournament so far. 187, and Audie Alexander, he is known for hitting 60s as well, but he has not done so today. He is batting on 12 from 12, and he faces up to Extus Emmanuel. Extus Emmanuel is coming round the wicket to Alexander, and Alexander is helping himself out towards the deep backward square over the boundary now. 4 more runs to Alexander, and the CHOISEUL clay pots are matching on to victory. 6 needed for that victory.
Yes, Emmanuel on this occasion really short and angling this one down the leg side. Alexander does not need a second invitation, just hitting it to the backward square region, vacant, and 4 easy runs.
55 for 2. Emmanuel into Alexander, and Alexander is pushing this one out to back towards the bowler, and he fields it with some discomfort. I'm not sure what went wrong. He might have just got his footing wrong. Alexander is on 16. He's on strike. Simon is on 10. Emmanuel into Alexander. And this one is down the leg side, and Alexander will help himself again. I'm not sure, it could have been one bounce over the boundary. 4 runs to Alexander, and it's taking the score to 59 for 2. Alexander has moved to 20. Simon is on 10. Just 2 runs required for a victory.
Yes, poor bit of bowling there by Emmanuel. And as they would say, Alexander just filling his boots. This one again angling down the leg side, basically giving him a free hit.
A free hit there it was for sure. And Alexander needed no second invitation. This one is driven firmly out towards long on. Finds Kevin Gassi, and they come through for 1. 60 for 2. Scores are level. And with the over comes to an end with 18 balls, 3 overs to go. They need just 1 run. Alexander has gotten some 21 from 16 with 3 fours. As his partner Simon is on 10 from 9. Simon is on 10 from 10, and the score is 60. Just a single solitary run needed for victory for the Claypots.
Yes, this one is certainly in the bag for the CHOISEUL Claypots. They certainly have enhanced their chances of moving into the semi-finals, and for the SOUFRIERE Sulphur City Stars, this is basically curtains for them. This would be the final game in the tournament for this year.
And it's Prosper who will be charged with bowling a maiden over. They've brought everybody except the man at deep mid wicket into the circle, and Alexander will face, and he pulls out towards the man at deep mid wicket and goes over him. 6 runs, and it's all over. Just like that. Prosper comes in, 1 ball, 6, and the game is over. Alexander moves to 27. The score finishes on 66 for 2, and the CHOISEUL Claypots, they are into the semi-finals.
Yes, they certainly have enhanced their chances. They now move on to 5 points, and the SOUFRIERE City, the Sulphur Stars, are certainly dejected at this point in time. Certainly one of the worst showing in the tournament this year, from the qualifying stage into the group stage.
And they really did not bring their A game when they needed to, and they really paid the price for it today. The Sulphur City Stars just could not lift themselves. The pressure was a bit too much, and they buckled under the pressure. And that resulted in handing the Claypots a convincing 8-wicket victory, and by virtue of that, taking them into the semi-finals.
Yes, good victory there by the Claypots. They certainly played the better brand of cricket today.
And we'll go to our on-field crew to hear from the captains.
Tonight, this was always going to be a tough game once you didn't get the total you wanted?
Yeah, definitely was a tough game. CHOISEUL was the better team today. They came out and they executed the plan perfectly.
What happened? Because nobody got going.
Like I said, they came with a plan and it worked for them. Our batters just didn't show up today and just didn't get enough runs on the ball.
And it was a total that probably, well, it's always difficult to defend.
I mean, yeah, 1 run on the ball was pretty much difficult to defend, but had we got like 40 odd more runs with the bowling we did today, there, less extras, I guess we would have a better fight today.
Did the match and the weather yesterday affected your momentum at all coming into today?
I mean, definitely did. I won't lie, it did, because the guys was really pumped yesterday to get the victory and to come here today and back themselves. and that didn't happen, unfortunately.
All right, well, all the best for the rest.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
Captain Vince, you came in for Bronte and you ended up delivering quite healthily.
Yeah, yeah, I must say, yeah.
So, Mesme and Shania was saying that you came in with a plan. What was the plan?
Well, the plan was to restrict them between, as I said the last time, 65 to 75 runs, and just going and just scoring these runs in a reasonable total way.
Did you expect that kind of a collapse that you saw today?
Well, I didn't expect it that way, but tight bowling causes a lot of damage, and that's what you get when you work hard.
So now you're seeing a path for the rest of the competition. How are you going to be tackling this now?
Well, as I said, we always have a way of going about everything, and then it's not anything different. It's the same cricket game, so we just go and do our thing.
And how much do you miss Bronte and his contribution?
Well, it's a lot, but it is what it is. So we just have to move on and play hard cricket.
Now you came in a little earlier today. Was that part of the plan?
Yeah, I'll batting at number 3. Yeah, from 4 to 3. That's what the coach says, and so we tried it, but looks like it didn't pay off much.
But you're always comfortable.
Yes, if this swing today, yeah.
Congratulations, all the best for the rest.
Thank you very much, sir.
You heard it from the two captains, Vince Smith and Shania Mesme. Shania Mesme, that's curtains for SOUFRIERE, as Greg Wilson would have said. And CHOISEUL Clay Pots moving on to the semi-finals. We look to tomorrow's games, and tomorrow 2 big games again coming up. Well, the Central Castries Mindu Heritage versus the Miku Eagles is purely academic. It has no bearing on what happens next. But the Monrepo Babono game, a very big game, very crucial game in this competition, as Monrepo would really have to win to make it through. So a very crucial game coming up tomorrow with the Monrepo Babono, and you also have Mindu Heritage Central Castries taking on the Miku Eagles. Let us just give our sponsors a little plug-in. Dream 11, our title sponsor, Calabash TV and All Biz Media, Flow, Made in Paradise, Scott Sports and Awards, the Trophy Center, Blue Waters, Full 100, First National Bank, Kendall M. Gill Chambers, and of course thank you to our sponsors. Without your contribution, this Dream 11 T10 St. Lucia Blast for 2021 would not have been possible. So we invite you again to take in replay of the matches on Calabash TV from 8:30 p.m. tonight. And of course, we invite you to join us tomorrow for another 2 games in the Dream 11 St. Lucia Blast 2021. Central Castries Mindu Heritage taking on Miku Eagles, undefeated in the competition. And the big game, Monrepo Stars against the Babono Leatherbacks. And of course, from our producers, Calabash TV, and the commentary team here, Greg Wilson, Red Pereira, as well as our scorer and statistician, Roland Cox. I am Clivus Jules saying thank you for being with us today. We invite you to join us tomorrow. I'm saying from a very sunny Darren Sammy cricket ground, over and out.